Wow. Or should I just say, ouch. This is why I like to make my mob farm, the manual one anyway, where I'm going to get close to it, out of obsidian as much as possible. In this case, I didn't have as much obsidian as I would have liked, and I had like 3 or 4 creepers all tucked in one end of it, and at least one of them blew up inside the spawner, and what you see is just the remains of the shell. On this side you can see sort of what it, well, sort of. I mean, it's had even more blocks blown out of it over here. It was completely enclosed, but you can sort of see what it looked like before it got blown up. It's just sort of an upside down shell. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some rebuilding, and when I do the rebuilding, I will do more obsidian. I mean, the explosion was actually powerful enough it blew off the top. I'm not sure if that's a conventional creeper explosion or not. It just really went way out. Anyway, you are watching Project Ozone Reloaded Titan Mode. This is episode 4. Let me recover some stuff here from this tombstone, and we will get to looking at what has transpired since the last episode as soon as I put some gear on here. Now, I've actually been doing quite a bit of stuff. I did get blown up by more than one creeper, by the way. There was the one that blew up inside, and then there was another one that got blown out the top of it. I mean, the reason I thought this band at the bottom would probably be okay, because if one blew out and it blew out the top, nothing would escape, but that was not the case. I had mobs all over the place here. I think that a creeper explosion sort of launched them up in the air and they got loose. So that was pretty nasty. One of the things I've got here is I have a bucket of molten gold. I've had cows spawning, and I don't know where I put the tank. I'm going to be able to upgrade my tools much easier than I expected, because one of the cows that I got, this one right here, is a molten manulin cow, and I've been getting manulin and putting it in a tank, and I just made like, I think 4 blocks of manulin, so I've got lots of it. I've been killing mobs for a while. Got a couple of trophies here for skeletons. And I've been gathering some resources. I've got some metal ingots in here. So things have actually been going along pretty well up until the explosion. I can tell you we've got a lot of stuff now in the quest journal that gets done as soon as I get some of this stuff put away. These are items that I've been looting from mobs. I've just been sort of keeping it over here. Oh, let's see. There's just a whole lot of stuff whenever you die to get it all cleaned up. But I've definitely made some progress, and hopefully I can get some of this stuff put away and a little better organized, and I can see what's going on. Maybe just put away a couple more little things here, and then we'll be ready to start looking at the quest journal. There are a ton of them that are done, by the way. It's probably, by the time this episode is done, we may well have done 20 quests. So a lot of it is because of the I just don't have places to put all this stuff. Alright, quest journal. A lot of it's because of the Tinker's Construct stuff. So right now we've got 16 quests with unclaimed rewards. I've died one time from a really nasty creeper explosion after I was already low on health from the first one. So we've got 14 done in alpha. So if we look over here, I have killed all the necessary mobs to finish that one. So let's claim the reward there. And next we have this one. On the berry bushes, what I ended up doing was I got one and I planted it, and I just used the watering can to grow 3 more. So that solved that problem. One thing I was doing is I was sifting the wrong grass You only get the berry bushes from the bluegrass and the red grass in this particular mod pack. I don't, those are all custom recipes, I think. I haven't actually, the other one doesn't have anything but some saplings and all that harvest craft stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and claim the reward on that one. And let's see, all of these Tinker's ones, I'm just going to go through and claim each and every one of these. And before I do that, I'm just going to turn the volume way down because I don't want to listen to that 17 times in a row. At least not that loud. Each one of these is just making the appropriate cast, and I don't know why it was set up the way that it was. Each one a different quest. I think somebody just had the idea of let's just make a whole bunch of quests. The reality is when you get ready to make these things, my experience is I always just make all of them. And that's pretty much what I did this time. Alright. At least I didn't get dozens of chance cubes out of that. Well, it was the icosahedrons, I guess. Alright, going back out here, I think we're done on this page. On beta, we've got 2. And one of them is the killing animals to get loot from animals. And I get to pick a spawn egg. Pig, chicken, sheep, and cow. None of those is particularly interesting. I'll just pick cow. And then netherwort, I didn't actually go to, I didn't sift any soul sand for netherwort. I didn't go to the nether for netherwort. I just happened to get some netherwort as a result of a loot bag. So that one did get done sort of accidentally, but done is done. Alright, let's see what's still going on here. Gamma, I haven't done anything on here, but I see that wooden spikes is open. I don't really, I'll make them, but okay, this one is take a trip to the ether to gain an extra life, repeatable every 8 days. I don't think we'll be doing that right now. Auto tool station. Is this one doable? Yes, that one should be pretty easy. I'll tell you what, before I do any of that stuff, let me go and talk a little bit about some of the stuff that has transpired, because I know that quite a bit has happened. Obviously, I built this mob thing over here, and it looks like it's gonna spawn some mobs because I don't have it totally lit up. And there's a blood moon going on, so it'll just keep spawning in. You know, I've been getting a lot of cows. One of them is this one right here. It's a gold cow, so I've been getting a lot of gold. These fluid cows, there are a bunch of them. Several of them I've captured, but I've run out of safari nets because I've just been getting them from loot bags. So I'm letting cobalt run around and hot crude run around. There's manulin again, ardite, copper, sludge. Some of these are pretty useless. Some of them are going to be quite useful. I've captured a few of them. One of them that I got that I was very happy to have gotten, and I've got it in a chest over here. You can't tell what fluid the cow was from, it just says fluid cows, but one of them was a gelid cryotheum, so I got one of those. I did end up expanding my smeltery. I wasn't going to, but then I got to where, you know, I just like to have it where it's a 3x3 base, because that way you can make it to where you can put 9 ore in it and you can use the block cast to get the stuff out of it rather than the ingot cast. Of course, since then I've automated it. I went ahead and set this up. I've got a table right here, a faucet, and there's a redstone clock. And so you just put ore in this thing, and it automatically casts into the table, which has a hopper underneath it that sucks the stuff out and puts it in this chest. So I've gotten a fair amount of metal there. Anything else particularly new and interesting? I did go and set up a spot here where I can make soul sand. I haven't sifted any of it yet. It looks like I've only got one piece. I wonder what's up with that. This should be producing water from here, but it isn't, and I'm not sure why that is. Because we do have water down there. Maybe... That's interesting. I hadn't noticed that. I'm going to take a wild guess that maybe the transfer node liquid does not work. I can tell you that the Buildcraft pump, I looked at the possibility of using the Buildcraft pump for pumping fluids, and it the recipe for it is disabled in this mod pack. So it may be that this is set up to where we need to do some tech advancement before we can actually get any water pumped out that way. That's a little disappointing. I don't, and unexpected. So other than that, I mean, I've done a lot more building on the ring around here. The fences are all in. There's another creeper. Oh, I can tell I'm going to have quite a mess to clean up on that. I do have enough obsidian over here at this point that I can build a lot more of it out of obsidian. Probably put multiple layers of obsidian. I might have to alternate blocks between obsidian and stone. That will probably work because the stone will still be, even if the stone gets blown out, it'll still contain what's in there. So other than that, not really a whole lot, just been accumulating stuff. Oh, I did get one very nice item out of a loot bag, ender lily seeds. I haven't planted them yet, but that'll get ender pearls. So far I've only seen one enderman spawn, and I killed it and I got the credit, but it didn't drop a pearl. I'm going to need some ender pearls because I really, really want to get this QED done so that I can start progressing with tech and automation, because right now I've got those 4 survivalist generators that I made, and I can set up a sieve and do that. That is on the agenda here at some point. But let me go ahead and open the loot bags and then do some more quests to do some more progression here, because I think I do want to go ahead and do the sieving here if I've got the materials for it. I might not. So let's see what we got here. Let it be something good. Okay, another record. I've been getting a few of those. Obviously this one is one that is specifically for the mod pack. I've been getting some of the Minecraft records. I remember when I played Project Ozone before that I was getting, I don't know what these are. They're interesting. I don't know what they are. I presume some sort of fluid handling. I don't know. A rotten heart. Well, that is a crap reward. I am not going to eat a rotten heart. Speed belt. Appliances. Falling belt. Already got one. Titan and a jukebox. Already got that. Elite bin. What is that? It's from Mechanism. A block used to store large quantities of a single type of item. I am running out of places to put junk. Put some more junk in there. A lubricant bedrockium drum. Wow. 65,536 buckets of lubricant. I have no idea if that will ever be useful or not, but I'll just put it right there. A bunch of chance cubes. And they don't stack. How exciting. Cooking for blockheads. That is potentially useful. I've never used this. I gather it's a way of, you can search your recipes here. I think there's an upgrade to it that may let you actually make them out of your inventory. I don't know. Let's go back here. Dirt chest 9000, another almost as bad as a rotten heart. Heavy aluminum wire and aluminum wire, that'll be useful eventually. That's useful now. We get the automatic hammer, so that's a nice item. If only I have a place to put it. It's just awful being out of inventory. Let me go ahead and cut the video and put stuff away, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I put away all that stuff. I still kind of have more stuff in my inventory than I'd really like, but now that I think about it, there is a particular quest that we can do that will help alleviate some of my inventory problems, and that is in the alpha chapter, and it is down here. It's the knapsack, and it's interesting that it unlocks something. I have no idea what that would unlock, but hopefully it'll be something good. We want to make a knapsack. Let's see what's involved in making that, because I probably should have checked that before I said let's do that. Usually it's just a couple of iron tool rods and some leather, and that's basically it. Iron tough rod, gold ingot, and 6 leather. So let's come over here and turn off the automation on the smeltery and get a couple of, actually I'll need 6 iron ingots for those. And I'll put them in there and we'll start melting those down while I gather up the rest. So we're going to need a gold ingot, and I've got my leather over here. It'll be so nice to have an AE system. It's actually in here. No, it's in this one. See, it'll be very nice to have an AE system. And I'll use a tool rod cast. We'll put it there. Getting close. I always make one of these knapsacks because they add a tab to your character inventory that's essentially just another inventory slot or another full set of inventory, and it's kind of nice to have. I usually use it for putting things like tools and building materials so that I just have them on hand if I need them. So we'll put this in here. So we have a knapsack. Let's close that quest. More chance cubes. And when we put this in, it goes on this tab in this slot right here. When we open inventory back up, we now have a tab into which I can put things like crooks and chisels and saws and hammers, wrenches, buckets, watering can, all that kind of good stuff. The quarter heart actually needs to go somewhere that I don't have space. We'll just hold it for now. See what we got in the bag. Smashing rock, cloud in a bottle, and ball of moss. These are from Chisel, and I sort of remember what they do. They're pretty useless. I hate to say that somebody's item is useless. I'm sure they have a use under the right circumstances, but I just don't think I need them. Okay, the other one, since I'm having so many storage problems, let's look at the iron chest one. Iron to gold chest upgrade is the piece that's missing. I've already made an iron chest. I've got it storing stuff over there. Obviously, I did the upgrade on one of these. I've got an iron chest there. So I just need to start upgrading a lot of chests, I guess. One of the problems I had with this before was that I didn't have very much gold. Gold doesn't really come that much from sifting conventional stuff. Now you do get gold every single time in this mod pack if you sift netherrack, but I don't have any netherrack. I haven't made any, so I just haven't had it. But of course now I've got a cow that gives gold, so that's going to be pretty convenient. And this one even goes gold to diamond. So that's going to solve some inventory problems. Okay, skyroot, blue skyroot, purple crystal. These are saplings from ether, I think? Yeah, we'll put them there. I don't know if there's any reason to grow them or not to. Let's just upgrade this chest twice. So now I've got some space on that one, and I can start consolidating a few extra things in it. Now, the next one that I was really kind of wanting to do was automatic sieving. Let's see what this one opened up. It said it unlocked something somewhere else. I don't know what it would have opened up, though. It didn't open up anything on this tab. All that stuff was already open. Those were... Oh, it opened up storage drawers, I bet. Because I don't think storage drawers was open before. We can't finish this quest because we're going to have... Well, actually, we'd probably do it the expensive way. The thing was that the drawer controller... Well, the compacting drawer required logistics pipes. And I always do logistics pipes using the assembly table to save on materials. You're going to have to set up and automate the assembly table anyway, but you don't have to. You can consume more material and use gears in the case of chipsets. I haven't looked at the drawer controller. Let's see what that one needs. It's using logistics pipes too. Electrotene alloy ingot, that's doable. The logistics pipes themselves, red dye and a provider logistics pipe. So, I mean, it's doable. I'd rather not do it that way, but I can certainly do that quest pretty soon. And it would probably be very convenient to have storage drawers because I could start automatically sorting a lot of that stuff. So, I'm not going to do that one right now, but I may go ahead and make some between episodes and then claim the quest reward on camera, like I've been doing a lot of this stuff. Let's go ahead and finish this one. I was looking at it earlier. I don't ever use this auto tool station. What it's used for is if you want to upgrade your... Let's say that you want to put sharpness on your Tinker's Construct sword. You end up having to go and repeatedly put quartz on it until you fill out the full quota for quartz, and that takes a long time. Like right now, this one has luck. I didn't put it on there, but it has lapis, and it says 107 out of 450. If you actually want to upgrade that all the way, you've got to provide all that lapis, and you can only put it on there 2 blocks at a time, so that's 18 at a time using the normal tool set. So you have to sit there and apply it over and over again. This block is the solution to that problem. It's kind of a solution to a problem that doesn't happen a whole lot. I mean, you're not doing this constantly. It's just a little bit convenient. So it's not very expensive, though. The recipe for it was, what was that thing called again? Auto Tool Station. It's just a hopper and a piston and a tool station and some wool, so that is not too bad. Let me get one of these so I can make a tool station. And I'm going to need enough wood to make... I'm going to need more than that. Alright, crafting table and tool station. Then chest. Need iron to upgrade it to a hopper. I don't have any iron in that chest at the moment. Let's just come over here and grab a stack. You get iron for every single sand, gravel, or dust that you sieve. So there's a lot of iron available. And the other piece was a piston. So piston is that, redstone. And I need some cobblestone, 4 pieces. Alright. And then wool. And I have plenty of wool. I made a bunch of it from string, but I did get a piece as a drop. I like to do my wool so that I get rid of odd pieces, that just so that I can store things more compactly, and this doesn't care about color. So there's our auto tool station, and this quest is now complete. Put that away, and I'll bring this over here and just plop it down. I won't be using it much. I might use it once or twice the whole game, but essence brick. Essence bricks. That's what this is right here. This is an essence block. One of the things that I did when I got my mob stuff going and started getting drops was I started to get Minicio. And if you take that Minicio and you... Let's see if I can find it right here. And you surround it with 8 cobblestone, you get essence stone. And you can then do various things with the essence stone, like dye it in various ways. And I probably should have used the lime dye instead of the green, because the color would have matched a little better. You'll notice there are no torches around here. One of the nice things about this stone, it doesn't look so great on the grass background, but it's actually very attractive stuff, and it's a light source. So I don't need torches here because this is just a solid block. There's no torch underneath there or anything like that. Just like that. And it's a light source, and it works about the same as a torch. So this is actually a convenient building material, and you'll have plenty of Minicio eventually. Right now I don't have that much, but I've got enough to make a ton of this stuff already because it doesn't use very much of it. So it's an interesting reward. It's not all that great because it's so cheap to begin with, but it's certainly better than some of these rewards. And we also got the magnetic craft wrench here. That's handy because we got some pipes earlier, and unfortunately there's not a whole lot to use them on. Let me turn this back on, and I'll just knock this off of there. So if we wanted to pump stuff out of this machine, and thankfully it doesn't have anything in it, we could use this particular wrench to adjust it. You just click on this spot right here and it changes color, and that's automatically pumping now. And now it's disconnected, and now it's putting stuff in if it receives items. Okay. So those are actually pretty convenient early game pipes. I think they use quite a bit of iron, like probably 6 iron for that. Let's take a look. Yeah, 6 iron and some glass in the middle to make 8 of them. So maybe it's not just terribly bad. It's, considering how much iron I've got, it's pretty cheap. I've got several hearts over here. That's one I was already holding, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't get another one. I was hoping I'd gotten another heart and I could combine them and actually use it. Okay. Next, this is for going to the nether. I'm not ready to go to the nether, but if all I have to do is make a flint and steel for this one to complete the quest, then that should be a pretty simple one. Let's see. We apparently, well, is it maybe that way? No, I think it's shapeless. Let's look at flint and steel. Apparently the recipe has changed. It may actually need steel. That would be unfortunate. Yes, it needs steel. And I don't have any steel. So I'm going to have to research how you make steel in this mod pack before I can do that one. So, traveler's gloves. That looks easy enough. Where did I put my leather? Was it that? Yeah. So we'll claim that one, and that one did give another heart piece. More of the decorative stuff. Alright. Good. So I can regain the life that I lost. That sucked getting blown up by that creeper that way. That was a really powerful creeper. I don't know if it was default or if, and I just got hit unusually hard, or if maybe they've been souped up a little in this mod pack. So we'll put the glove on. I don't... Probably don't need it. So we've made quite a bit of progress on this first one here. Gold furnace. I think to do the gold furnace, I need to just surround this iron furnace with some gold. Can we do it that way? I guess I'll just have to break it this way. Got it. Salt ore. Don't need that. At least not yet. Eventually I probably will need plenty of salt, not necessarily for magnetic craft, for mechanism, I think. And I don't know where that's going to come from. Maybe one of the mining ages. I don't know if there's any way to... Oh, I bet you can make it using harvest craft. Just use a cyclic assembler and combine a pan of water. Assuming it's compatible salt. Let's see if I can find that. This one actually has a different ore dictionary entry for food salt. That's interesting. But that's how you make that. It does say it's item salt as well. So maybe that's a way to make tons of salt if you need a lot of it. I don't know that I will need that much. And more furnace stuff. Let's skip that for now and take a look over here. I was going to breed the flowers and just haven't gotten around to it yet. That's going to open up a lot of stuff, and I do want to get that going. I'll have to find space to set up Botania. It'll probably be temporarily somewhere on that outer ring over there. But that'll be enough space to get the runic altar going so that I can start doing the Minicio seeds and the other magical crops. One of the things that I noticed with magical crops is that the seeds are all made in the runic altar. So this one requires osmium ore, imperio essence, and Minicio seeds. And it looks like I'm going to have a fair amount of mana production for some of these, because that's what, about a 1/12 of a pool. So it won't be fast either. Looks like some of the lower end ones don't require so much. Some of the higher end ones require more. That one's like a 1/5 of a pool. So some of these are a little more expensive than others, but they're all pretty expensive in terms of getting them going. Of course, once you have it set up, you can get a lot more back. And I'm hoping that they are AgriCraft compatible in this mod pack. I guess I'll find out. Then in Gamma, I just need to start making storage drawers and spikes in the QED. So I am going to go between episodes. I'm definitely going to start my... I'll have to rebuild this thing over here, and I'll use a lot more obsidian in the construction. And just hope it spawns some more Endermen. It hasn't spawned many yet. And once I get a little bit more tech going, I should be able to build one that's fully automated, and then I can probably just dismantle this one. And just thank Vein Miner for digging up all that obsidian. I guess that is probably going to be about it for this episode. I'm still kind of at the point where I'm just sort of doing stuff between episodes and talking about it afterwards because it's still so early in the mod pack. I guess maybe I need to start putting a little more planning into it for something a little better each time. If you want to see something in particular, by all means, post me a comment requesting what you would like to see that's in this mod pack. I will certainly take it under consideration. I can't promise that I will do it, but I'll definitely take it under consideration. If you are enjoying these episodes, then please feel free to like them, to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, post comments, share them with your friends, whatever. And I guess since I'm pretty much done for today, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time around.